Hello and welcome to Byte Size Tech. I'm your host Rogue, and today a word from our sponsor Cryptocom, home of the Visa card that pays up to 8% in rewards and the app that pays you up to 14% annually on your crypto stake. Join more than 10 million users on the world's fastest growing crypto app as you trade with confidence on the world's fastest and most secure crypto exchange. Tech has more information and a special sign up offer at the end of this video.
Christoph comes in with an interesting observation, not from him, but from a work colleague, and it says...
One of his work colleagues just upgraded from a Core 2 Duo E8400 with 4 gigs of RAM, a GTX 280, to a 5950X, 64 gigs of RAM, and a 6900 XT. He said the cold, wet fish wasn't hard enough. A frozen shark slapped him.
Alrighty then. I'm actually going to put this up on screen for everybody to see this because I'm titling this, How to Know When You Are Overdue for a Computer Upgrade. This guy skipped like at least 2 system replacements, if not 3. He definitely skipped a move to a quad core at some point. He might very well have skipped an upgrade to 6 or 8 cores.
He skipped RAM, a GTX 280.
He went from DDR2 to DDR4. He went from... this is silly. That's like going from a horse and buggy to a Ferrari.
No, that's like going from walking to the Concorde.
Row, row, row your boat gently across the Atlantic. Why is that airplane flying so fast? He skipped an entire universe of computers.
Yep.
And look, the reason we're making this is just because that is such a ridiculous jump. It's worth pointing out, you don't have to upgrade your computer every year or every other year. In fact, I don't think it's worth upgrading your computer every year.
Not every year.
It's a waste of money. Every 3 years is about the right number. Maybe every 2.5, maybe every 3.5, maybe 4. I think going much beyond 4 years, you start...
Well, especially the last several years because there's been so much change.
Yeah.
And a lot of change will keep coming. So if you wait longer, you're going to start missing upgrades that would actually be useful for you.
And you aren't really saving money anymore because your old computer becomes...
No, you're waiting 30 seconds for the load screen to pop up.
30 seconds? Try 5 minutes.
That's press your button to start your computer and then go mow your lawn.
Oh, my goodness. Row your boat to Europe for all the insanity. It's just... Your computer stops being useful for anything new. And...
Well, you don't want to use it at some point.
It loses all of its resale value. See, if you sell your computer after 3 years, your computer still has value.
Correct.
And you can keep up with what you're doing, and you have a nice experience, and everything works. He spent a ton of money to buy an overpowered machine compared to his last one that I actually don't think he will get as many years out of as he got out of. But the Core 2 Duo has been effectively a retro machine for several years at this point. He just stopped using computers, or he was just browsing the web. I mean, he wasn't doing anything with his or he was just running old software and treating it as a retro machine. There's nothing functional you can do with modern games in 2021 on the Core 2 Duo E8400. No. I installed, actually of all things, I installed Windows XP on my Core 2 Quad, which was lovely. But Windows 10, even on a Core 2 Quad...
No, that was terrible, wasn't it?
No,
That was a lot of complaining.
No.
So, well, we hope you enjoy your computer, Mr. Friend of Christoph. So...
You skipped several upgrades.
Yeah. Hopefully you're enjoying Cyberpunk or whatever you're playing.
The last thought I'll make on this, owning a PC is an annual expense. Whether you spend it every 2 years, 4 years, or 6 years.
Well, you're dealing with RAM, you're dealing with storage, you're dealing with a graphics card. There's something that is going to make your experience better.
If you had bought a 1080 Ti 4 years ago in 2017 because you wanted a premium gaming experience, it's time to replace the 1080 Ti. And I know now we're in the troubles with graphics card availability at the moment. I understand that, but your 1080 Ti is currently worth $700 to $800. If you wait 2 more years, yes, the 40 series will be out, and that'll be nicer.
Correct.
But your 1080 Ti will no longer be worth $700.
Correct.
It might be worth $200 because it will have. If you wait till your 1080 Ti is no longer functional, take this for a point. A 980 Ti is worth $250.
Yes.
And that's only because of the troubles. If it weren't for the current troubles with graphics card availability, not the Irish kind, the graphics card availability kind,
Correct.
then a 980 Ti might be worth $80.
Yes.
It really is truly toast and obsolete at this point. And a 1066 gig, which is similar, should also be worth under $100. And it would be if it weren't for the lack of availability. So if you wait through those upgrades, your card 3 years after you bought it, 4 years, might be worth half of what you paid for it. But 6 years is worth virtually nothing. I mean, it'd be worth $50.
Correct.
And so you go, yay, I got 2 more years out. Why do I have to spend so much on my new card? Well, your old card's virtually worthless. I spent so much on it. You kept it too long.
Yeah.
But I saved money. Yeah. Did you? Because if you actually do the math, you might save a little bit, but it's less than people think. Because if you can sell your card 2, 3, or 4 years after you bought it and get back between a third to half of what you paid, your per year upgrade cost, if you divide the difference with that and the new card, you divide it by say 3 or 4 years, versus you keep it 6 years and it's now worth $50 or $80 on eBay, and you divide it by 6 years, a larger number divided by 6 years versus a smaller number divided by 4 on a per year basis is closer than you think. There is a diminishing returns where keeping your card going, I'm getting value out of it. Not really. A little bit. Less than you what, Starbucks, does it matter to you? Budget a computer replacement every couple of years. It's just how it works. Or you become left behind and then you have to spend all the money because your computer is completely obsolete. It costs something per year to own a computer. And the nicer the computer and the better your equipment and the nicer your screen and the fancier games you want to play, the more per year it costs.
Exactly.
And it may very well cost you $500 to $700 per year to own a premium gaming computer. And it costs that whether you upgrade every 3 years or 6 years.
Very true.
It's just whether you pay it in 2 smaller chunks or 1 big chunk.
Correct.
It's just the price of entry. And if you don't like it, buy a PlayStation. I'm sorry. I'm just telling the truth. How many of you have a Visa card that pays you up to 8% on every purchase? Crypto.com offers an amazing deal on their Visa card with cashback that is an unbeatable deal. No annual fee, no sign-up fee, no credit checks, no interest payments. It works just like a prepaid debit card, allowing you to spend your money anywhere Visa is accepted. But wait, there's more! Get your Spotify, Netflix, and Amazon Prime subscriptions 100% paid for by Crypto.com. You heard me right. Use your new Crypto Visa card to pay for your subscriptions and get 100% back in rewards. Earning 8% on your new Visa card is awesome, but how would you like to earn up to 14% interest on your crypto holdings? If you're holding crypto for investment, inflation protection, or price speculation, it can be frustrating to feel like your money is just parked. Yes, you really can earn up to 14% annual interest on your crypto, paid weekly directly to your account to spend however you like. The interest is paid in the same token that you're holding. So if you have Bitcoin staked, you earn Bitcoin. If you have Ethereum staked, you earn Ethereum, and so on. Flexible terms are offered, including zero lock, so you can withdraw your crypto anytime you like without restrictions. Or you can hold for 1 or 3 month terms for a higher rate of return. Of course, you can buy, sell, and exchange 100 plus cryptocurrencies with 20 plus fiat currencies using bank transfers or your credit and debit card at true cost. Crypto.com is first and foremost a crypto exchange. There is so much more to explore. I have barely scratched the surface. DeFi features including a private wallet with full control of your private keys, margin and derivatives trading options for advanced traders,
Crypto Credit allows you to borrow against your holdings with no deadlines or credit checks. Crypto NFTs allows you to explore the new world of non-fungible tokens. Crypto Pay allows you to pay any merchant with crypto and you earn up to 10% back in rewards. And that's not even everything they have to offer. If you're looking for the place to be in crypto, use our link in the video description below to sign up today. You'll get a $25 crypto sign-up bonus and 30 days of 0% transaction fees on credit and debit card purchases of crypto. It supports the channel and it gets you a great offer to get started in the world of crypto.